looks with this rail on,
Oh
man.
my goodness.
I've been missing these shoes my whole life, man. Where have they been, dude?
Are you serious?
Dude, these are the grippiest shoes ever, man.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the new Goonzquad headquarters. And as you guys seen in the previous video, we cleaned out the whole entire interior of this house from the upstairs to the downstairs, basically preparing it for that final inspection. And all the rooms are basically 100% complete except for this one right here, because you know what, we wanted to save the best for last. The merch room, the office, the chill spot. We haven't decided what it's gonna be, but you know what? I think it's gonna be the best room in the whole entire house because of what we're gonna do to this floor right here. And what we have on this crate is a whole entire metallic epoxy floor kit from Ligari that's just gonna absolutely transform this floor, make it look like it's from out of this world. And the very first thing that we're gonna do right now is probably go ahead and slice this sucker open, make sure that we have every little piece of product that we need to get this job done. Then after that, we're probably gonna run to the Home Depot and grab a few other utensils, a few other products that we need as well. So I say we go ahead, not waste any time, slice this sucker open, see what this consists of, and then we'll just go from there. All right, so this is one of the main reasons why you always want to open up your whole entire kit before you just dive right in, because you may have a missing component or you may have the incorrect component. In our case, that's exactly what happened. We opened everything up, everything looks correct until we got up to these metallics over here. And as you can tell here, we got some deep blue metallics and we got some sky blue metallics right here. And this right here would create an ocean effect in here. It looks super sick, but definitely would throw off the whole entire flow of the theme of this house, dude.
Yeah, so we were trying to go with the darker colors, you know, because we got darker siding, gray siding and stuff like that. That right there will make it look like the dang sky because, man, that is some bright blue right there, dude.
Say you pulled the Camaro ZL1 in here and you could practically say the thing just melted in here.
Hey, man, it's basically the same color out there, dude. That'd be pretty awesome if we did do that, but I think it'll just throw everything off.
Yeah, the color that we wanted was actually like a dark black floor with a bunch of silver metallics. It'd go so perfect with white walls. It'd match the garage door that we ordered, so we gotta have that right there. And there is a way around it. When stuff like this happens, there's always a way around it. So we already made some phone calls, tried to find some silver metallics, and I believe we tracked some down, dude. I think Sherwin-Williams.
Yeah, Sherwin-Williams does carry floor metallics and stuff like that. I mean, everything else is correct except for the metallics because you do mix the metallics with this, I think, the metallic epoxy right there,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, exactly. You mix it all in and it creates some sort of sweet looking concoction. I can't wait to get to that stuff. But before we get to that, there's still a good bit of prep work that we still got. We gotta prep this floor. We basically gotta grind it down, get it rough. That way there is a nice bond between this epoxy and the concrete here. So that's exactly what this is right here, the prep replacement. It's actually gonna make the prepping a lot faster. We just gotta like buff it down. I believe we're actually gonna rent a machine from the Home Depot that just grinds it down. Then we just roll it over with this stuff and I think we'll be ready for the primer, so on and so forth.
Oh yeah, so the main thing is to get this floor nice and smooth. That way, whenever this epoxy goes down, it just looks like one nice piece of flooring, you know what I mean?
It's gonna look super sick. So I say we go ahead and run to the Home Depot. Maybe they'll even have some metallics.
Yeah, maybe.
There, let's run over there and see what we can come back with. All right, so we are finally back up the mountain here, and it's already getting dark on us because we did get an early start on this video late in the day because we're super excited to be working on this epoxy floor here. And on top of that, we got these super bright can lights in here that are gonna allow us to work into the night.
Dude, these are super sick. These are the brightest ones you can get right here, and they're gonna look good reflecting off our floor, dude.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait for that. But anyways, we got a bunch of stuff over here, and we couldn't find the actual metallic flake that we needed in town. Nobody carries it, but you know what? We do got some good news. We actually contacted Ligari, and we found out that we made a mistake on that order. They're actually gonna overnight that metallic flake, but you know what? We honestly didn't need it just yet, because there's still a ton of prep work that we gotta do.
Dude, we gotta basically grind this whole entire floor, and what did we get, dude?
Exactly, we went to the Home Depot and we rented these diamond blade buffer wheels right here, and basically we gotta just scratch the surface just to get a good bond, and I'm hoping this sucker doesn't grip and throw me around.
Hey, dude, this looks like some sketchy stuff right there, but this is you're just gonna roughen up the surface and take off that sealant that's on here, right?
Yep, exactly. There's like a clear coat or a sealer on it, and we gotta just remove that. We got two different types. We're gonna test out both of them, and on top of that, we got a bunch of other little stuff. We got a mixer wheel right here. Got this for the rollers because we're gonna be rolling that primer. Got some brushes, some spray nozzles, some concrete crack repair. If we find any cracks that we gotta repair, we're gonna do that with this. Got a diamond blade right here. We're gonna hit all the edges, I guess, with the regular grinder, and then we're gonna use that sucker for the majority of the floor.
Hey, man, I say we give this thing a shot, man. Do you want to go first, or should I go first, dude?
I say you go first, man.
Let's do it, man. I'm excited to actually get this floor prepped and ready because, man, this is just gonna be epic, man.
I can't wait. So I say we go ahead and slap on one of those wheels and see what it does. Alrighty guys, so it is actually the next day here, and last night we were able to completely grind down this floor right here and basically strip that top coat using these two grinding discs right there, dude.
Oh yeah, we ended up using both of them, but the most ideal one was probably this actual grinder disc right here itself. Not only did it strip that top coat off, but it kind of like roughened the surface up as well, dude.
Yes sir, so we used that one and we used this one, but this one is basically like a sander.
Yeah,
right
it's just
there,
a big old metal sanding blades right there, but you know what? We made sure to just get this nice and rough, that way we have a nice strong bond, and on top of that, we have that
prep replacement kit.
That kit will actually ensure us even a stronger bond, so we are good there. We're basically done with both of these. We can go ahead and return them, but now we're actually gonna move on to the grinder wheel, right?
The actual small grinder with a grinding cup, a diamond blade grinding cup disc or something like that.
Yeah, this is just a concrete grinder. What we're gonna use this on is a few touch-ups that we might have missed because that buffer did get really close to the wall, so we don't really have to worry about that. But this thing is mainly for like areas like this. As you can tell, we got like some rough patch right here that somebody spilled something. It's solid, so we're gonna have to try to grind all that off.
Yeah, we're gonna grind that and a few other areas that we might have missed, but other than that, dude, we wanna ensure that we actually get this super strong bond, and with that prep replacement, that's actually gonna ensure that it lasts a lifetime,
dude. It's gonna last forever, and once we get all this knocked out, we're probably gonna jump on these cracks, vacuum them out, and just fill them up and see if we can get this surface nice and flat.
Alrighty guys, so we got a huge update. A lot of things just happened. One major thing is the glass guy is finally back, but this time we gave him some food, so this time he can't say no.
He can't say no, he's gonna have to get it done.
He's gonna do some precise measurements once again, correct?
Correct.
He's gonna do some precise measurements, and I think you're gonna have that ordered for us, and hopefully have it in within a week or so.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. We had some good food Mom brought us, but over here, man, we did a bunch of grinding first off. In this corner right here, there was some sort of like, what was that? Some sort of resin?
It was some kind of resin that was spilled probably from 10 years ago whenever they were building this house, and it just completely like turned solid, and we had to like literally, yeah, we got a blowtorch and we were torching it, scraping it all off, and then we ended up going over the grinder a couple more times. And that's the best we can get it right there.
That's clean, dude. That's ready for some epoxy right there. And of course, you might have noticed some sort of little contraption that we built over here because we do kind of have a pretty big issue right here. Pops actually concreted this spot right here about like 3 days ago.
Yeah, 3 or 4 days ago, and it's still kind of like, it's still
moist or whatever.
Yeah, it's still moist. It's still releasing its water right there. I'm guessing because it's so deep. So what we did was put this box over it, turn the heater on it, and it's heating it up. It actually looks a lot better now.
Yeah, definitely. Drying up, I think maybe 1 more hour on that and it should be ready to go. But then we moved on to the cracks here, got everything like air blowed. Then we applied some sort of weird epoxy or something like that.
Some Quick Creek in a, I think it's in a bottle or something. I think we already threw that stuff away, but it actually was super watery. It got all the way up in the cracks, and then we kind of like spread it out with a spreader, and it's already dry, rock hard, dude. So we're gonna have to go over this with that big buffer with the grinder wheel just to smooth everything out. And it did kind of like form a little bit of bubbles here and there, which I don't think that's such a big deal, you know what I mean?
I think the epoxy will just be able to pour in there no problem or whatever. But anyways, this looks pretty dang cool right here. This is kind of what we're gonna be able to do with that epoxy metallic, is just create our own art masterpiece.
Oh yeah, we're gonna just like, I don't even know how we're gonna do it. We're just gonna have to design something to make it flow, you know what I mean?
On the Ligari website, we could have purchased the kit to actually fill all these cracks, but we didn't notice these cracks until we cleaned the floor, right?
Dude, you couldn't see these cracks at all because it was so messy in here and so dirty, but once we grinded the floor, you've seen them all, and that's all the cracks that we have here. We could have ordered that kit and got it done, but you know what? We just went ahead and just picked something up at the Home Depot and just filled it in, and I think we're gonna be good.
Yeah, we are good there. Looks super cool right there. But anyways, I say we go ahead, probably what? Start grinding, or what do you want to do?
Let's go ahead and throw on that grinder wheel on the buffer and buff this out.
All right, so we finally got all these cracks and crevices filled with that epoxy. It had already dried up, and then we brought out the buffer with that grinding wheel, and we got these suckers nice and smooth, and they practically disappeared on us, dude.
Dude, you can't even tell they were there, dude. Look how nice and smooth that is. The floor is finally all just basically one piece, dude.
Ready for that epoxy process, except for one thing. This fresh concrete over here is not 100% cured, although we had that big old box contraption with a heater. It still seems to be like a little bit moist or something right there, dude.
Although it's a lot better than it was this morning, I say we probably give it a few more hours, maybe even possibly overnight to dry, because we don't want like a weird reaction to go down and have like a weird spot right there.
Yeah, so we definitely don't want that. We want this whole entire process to go nice and smooth. So I think we'll come in tomorrow in the morning. And even with this whole entire process, once you get started, it's all fast paced. So that prep replacement goes down, then an hour later, you're gonna be ready for the primer. Then an hour after that, you're ready for the metallic epoxy. So you gotta move quick, and it's already kind of late in the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, it's like we got like 1 or 2 more hours of sunlight left, and this is like basically step after step, and you can't really do one step and come back the next day and do the other step.
No, yeah, so you gotta be on your toes practically. And speaking of on your toes, we're actually gonna be on some cleats, dude.
Man, we gotta buy some spike shoes, and Will Sport actually does spike, like super strong spike shoes. Is it golf or something?
Golf like that, and 1 foot tall.
Or the track shoes that have the super like pointy spikes. We're just gonna need some spiky shoes, that way we can walk on this, right?
Yeah, some football cleats, soccer cleats, baseball baseball cleats. We're gonna find something probably super cheap at the Walmart or something. That way you can walk on this stuff as you're working with it.
Yes, sir.
We actually seen this on a bunch of the Ligari webs or on the Ligari YouTube channel. They got a bunch of informative videos that just tell you exactly how to do this, and we seen them on some spikes.
Hey, we may have to watch a few more videos tonight just to get it fresh in our heads, trying to figure out these steps and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not too difficult, but you know what? We want this floor to look absolutely amazing when we're done with it,
we want it
dude.
to turn out nice, so we're definitely going to just absorb that into our minds, rewatch some of those videos once again. And on top of that, we're not just going to stop working. We're going to probably move on to the next thing. That's actually finally install the spiral staircase, all the handrails on it. There's a good bit of prep work that we got to do. There's a little bit of rust. We got a welder here. So what do you say? Slap them on?
Dude, let's go ahead and prep those rails and weld them on.
Let's do it. Dang, son.
Look how sick it looks with this rail on, man.
Oh my goodness, looks super sick right there. But it is another next day here. We ended up getting that sucker completely welded on, but it's definitely gonna need some more touch up, right?
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to grind all the welds down a little bit. I was a little rusty after not welding for a long time, but you know what? It is nice and sturdy. Looks way better with this railing on, and now it's a lot safer to walk up and down it.
Yeah, it was like a slip and slide before, dude. A little bit of rain gets on that, dude. It is so slick, but now we can pass the final inspection. Definitely gonna have to paint it up and all that good stuff.
Paint it up and throw the other two rails on top of there and some wood posts right there, and also cut this last railing off where we cut the last step off and just shorten it up right here, throw that end cap on, and this thing will be ready to go.
Exactly,
man.
yeah. That'll all be probably in the next video right there, but there was a lot of stuff that actually went on behind the scenes this morning.
Dude, a lot, dude.
Dude, a lot of stuff. We got some bad news, some good news. Let's start with the good news, dude.
Good news is we found our shoes that we're going to use to apply the epoxy with. I know you're supposed to have like some attachment spikes that you can throw at the bottom of your feet, but nobody sold some around here, so we ended up copping these bad boys. Look at those,
that,
man.
Dude, oh my goodness, man. Gonna be putting that epoxy in baseball style right there,
Are these
dude.
baseball shoes,
I
soccer
think so.
shoes? I don't even know, dude. These are just perfect to walk on it with a wet floor and stuff
Exactly,
like
yeah.
that.
And I got me a set right here for like super cheap. They're like 20 bucks right there. And then we seen some Crocs while we were at it, and we know Pop's been rocking them, dude.
We had to join the team, man.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Crocs are just the way to go just for like any scenario,
I know,
dude.
man. And they got 4x4 mode, so who knows, man.
You put the strap on backwards, dude, that's sport mode, dude.
Gone, man.
But anyways, in the garage here with this little concrete situation, what do you got to say about it, dude?
I gotta say, man, it's a pretty hectic one because we ended up coming this morning and it was still wet, so we just busted it out. We got some chisels, some hammers, and ripped all of it out. I mean, completely. And we went and grabbed some gravel and just filled it up all the way to the top, leaving about 1 inch of room for some actual concrete.
Yeah, we're
again.
gonna do the quick setting stuff as well. It's gonna set in like 20 minutes, so hopefully everything
Hopefully 20 minutes, because that other stuff was like 20 minutes too, I think, and it did not dry at all. I don't know what was the issue. We don't have any water leaks here, nothing. It's just not like fully cured, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I have no idea.
Maybe the cold weather or something like
I
that?
think so. Maybe the cold pipe or something not allowing it to actually like fully cure. But
Yeah.
hopefully Pops is about to come up the mountain with some proper stuff, and hopefully we get that knocked out. We can keep moving,
Yeah,
dude.
definitely. And we went ahead and tested out our new oven we already turned on. We wanted to see if it'll bake something. So
Dude, it's gonna bake,
we
dude.
turned it on 400. It's already at 280 $2.89, and we're gonna try this DiGiorno stuffed cheese crust.
Look at this, DiGiorno versus Red Baron. We're gonna see what's gonna be the best right there, dude. Because it's already lunchtime, dude. We already did so much stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah,
dude.
trying to get this stuff knocked out because that floor, man, it's been that our garage floor has been a tough one, trying to fix everything and all that stuff. But the epoxy is gonna be a breeze.
Dude, I can't wait for that. So let's just go ahead, I guess, throw the pizza in the oven and go from there,
Let's
dude.
do it. So breaking news, guys, we won't be able to put these suckers to the test today because our concrete is still pretty wet. It did say like 20 to 40 minutes, but we're probably gonna have to give it the weekend. It's still wet, probably give it like 20 to 40 hours, dude.
Definitely. I do not want to risk actually ruining this epoxy floor, but you know what? I guarantee you in the next video, we're gonna have this floor done, dude.
Fingers crossed, it's all gonna be beautiful. It's gonna look like just a nice piece of floor right here. But anyways, we weren't just sitting around. We actually organized a few things, but mainly we cleaned out this whole entire back patio, gave it a nice sweep, and we're basically gonna just pressure wash this entire pad, maybe even pressure wash the deck over there just to get it all nice and clean, and just finish this video off in a bang. Maybe go ahead and go to the Walmart and get something that we had our eye on,
dude. Something super epic. I think it's gonna suit this whole entire backyard with all the rocks, the whole entire flow, dude. It's gonna be sick,
it's
man.
It's gonna be epic. So I say we go ahead, pressure wash everything, and then head to the Walmart. Alright, so there you have it, guys. We finally got this rear patio area looking super epic. Of course, we pressure washed that whole entire stone concrete right there. Still needs to dry out a little bit, but then we came back from Walmart with all of our furniture here, screwed it all together, put it together, got the carpet down, the fire pit, got the little table sitting area. Dude, it looks super sick, especially with everything going on, the stone in the background there, the spiral staircase. Dude, this is exactly how I imagine it to look, but we're definitely gonna probably change up a few things like this fire pit. It can't be on that carpet. Or we might even take all this furniture and put it on that upper deck there and probably just do something completely different down here. So we're super excited about that, but that's pretty much gonna be a wrap for today's video. And the next one, we're definitely gonna knock out the epoxy in the garage, probably start getting some furniture for the interior as well. So definitely make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at Goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.